Hey, this is this is the officially unofficial geek channel, Spoilertastic weekly comic review. My name is Carrie Quinn. I've got a lot of comics to talk about, and I don't want to take too much of your time. So let's get into it. Roll that intro. As I was mentioning, there's a lot of comics. I got 12 and not a lot of time. I'm recording this right before work on Monday. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get this started, guys. So without further ado, please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so you don't miss anything by hitting that notification bell as well. And let's get started. All right, so let's talk about the conclusion of A Bloodline, A Daughter of Blade, number 5 by Danny Lore, Darbo, and Peter. Guys, this is a really great book. This has been a really great, solid book, and I have been saying it for a while. That would be great for younger audiences, YA teenage girls specifically, especially if the teenage girl in your life has an affinity for vampires and stuff like that, creatures that go bump in the night. It would be great for them. I think that Marvel has something here. I don't know how much of a foothold they have into the YA direct-to-graphic novel industry. However, I feel like this is a character that they really be cleaning up with. I think, especially knowing Marvel's connection to Penguin, this is something they could really do something with. I, for one, like the ending on this. Everything kind of ties up in a nice little bow, and it's a great story about a girl getting to know her father, who, for various reasons, let's just say her father is Blade. So for various reasons that I feel might be obvious, Blade hasn't been really in her life. But when she starts realizing, and her mother starts realizing that she has some of the same hereditary markers as Blade, they are like, let's call your dad and get a hold of him. But yeah. Next, so we're going to talk about DC's The Vigil #2. So The Vigil is written by Ram V with Lailit Kumar Sharma and Rain Bedero. Guys, this is a good book. One, not a lot of Indian, and when I say Indian, I mean the country India. I'm not saying indigenous people. Thank you very much. So the Vigil, there's not a lot of Indian characters in comic books, and Ram V is leading the charge to kind of, you know, fix that. I think this is a team that does a lot of covert operations, and you get an extra special glimpse into the backstory of Arclight, which was very interesting. It's tragic. It's your basic tragic story. I can't even say hero. I'm not even really sure if the team The Vigil would count as heroes per se. Maybe, but too soon to tell. And you dive into his background attached to the mission that he is currently on, and why he ends up being like the best choice for that mission, unbeknownst to them. You have a little bit of back and forth tension between the new recruit that's supposed to be helping manage them, and the actual team that's been together for a while now, apparently. Um, so that's interesting as well. But I like the little extra special glimpse into Arclight. It was very interesting and good. And the visual is only 2 issues down, so if you are down with Rom V, pick up the visual because it's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rom V. So yeah. Next one we're going to talk about is from Dark Horse. It's a number 3. It's All Eight Eyes. This is Steve Fox, Pietro Kowalski, Brad Simpson, and Hassan Otismain Aliho. Aliho? Aliho. I am saying that wrong. I am sure, and I am sorry. But All Eight Eyes, number 3 from Dark Horse. This continues to be a solid horror arachnophobia comic. I think you guys, if you're regular viewers to my channel, may remember my tangent about judging the size of the spider based on a scale of scary Australian spiders to, the spider in Lord of the Rings, in the cave in Lord of the Rings. So they're at this point where they're at the beginning of the book, they're going after the spider that is Lord of the Rings level, Lord of the Rings cave level spider. And we find out more backstory about how the old dude Reynolds is not actually named Reynolds, but Reynolds is just the shirt, the name that was on the shirt that he found. And you get information about his tragic backstory, and it is very tragic. We have, just to let you know, we have a couple books, The Vigil and All Eight Eyes, that basically involve tragedy involving people's children. Okay, so and when Vin finds out about this, he's like, you know what? Let's do this. We're wasting time. Let's go get your white whale. And that's the end of the book. And I'm very into this book. I love it. The art is interesting and very precise. The writing has been keeping me going on this, especially getting this backstory on the elusive Reynolds, not knowing much about Reynolds and Possum being his cute dog. We get to find out exactly his backstory and why he's doing what he's doing. And oof, good stuff. Next thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about Image Comics Terror War number 3. Ahmad Acosta, Leaston, and Priera and Lee. Now, I have this thing where I'm not talking much about Image Comics because of their union problems right now, but Terror War is a slow build, and I'm going to give it the next one. I'm not sure how well it's going to keep me, but I kind of like the concept that they're alluding to, and of corruption in the government, gentrification, and the evils of gentrification, and what it does to society as a whole, capitalism, crooked government, all that stuff. I enjoy those kind of stories because they do. One of the things you learn about Shakespeare in college, especially if you study theater, is the reason why Shakespeare has such a hold still and still has such relevance is because a lot of the stories have relevance to society continually. And that's kind of the idea of Terror War. You have this story that has relevance to society now, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago. Themes in this story had relevance to society. So that's interesting. But yet it's also a horror and fantasy angle because you have these dreams that are nightmares that are becoming realities and attacking the city. And that's the whole purpose of these teams, to go and fight these terrors. Um, and now they're stuck in a situation where they've been recruited by the powers that be to take care of a bigger issue, and the corrosion and corrosion, the cohort, the force that's happening with this, because apparently I can't say the word that I'm trying to do right now, involving this whole situation. Um, ooh, I do have something to drink here, even though it's like apparently going everywhere. That's not fun. That's not fun. It's on the computer screen. Gotta wipe that off. Yeah. Fun stuff. Ooh. Okay. It's a morning that has been a little bit out of pace for me so far. So let's wet the whistle and move on. Okay. Regroup. Next book that we're going to be talking about is Dawn of DC, Titans #2, Taylor, Scott, and Kwok. We have a little bit of a flash situation here where a flash from the future has come to the Titans building and is now laying dead on the ground. We're talking about Wally West. They discover that Wally West is the one laying on the floor is from the future, coming to warn them about what had happened so that they can solve his murder before it happens, supposedly. And they find out that Wally West is sitting at home right now. They call his house to break the news to his wife, and Wally's right there. But so they're trying to figure out what's going on with that, but also doing Titans work, trying to help the world, like, because they are now the premier superhero team, instead of the Justice League. One of the things that came out of Dark Crisis. Overall, it's Tom Taylor. It's solid. The art is pretty decent. I'm liking that we've got a whole murder whodunit with a twist, and that's always fun. So we'll see where it goes from here. Next book that we're going to talk about is Superman #5 by Williamson and Campbell. This is the cover A, but I absolutely love this cover. This is Jamal Campbell's cover, and so of course he is drawing Superman like it's the gun show. Okay, Superman is the gun show, anyways, guys. Do not get me wrong. However, I love that it's like this whole like vertigo spiral action, and you have like the silver banshee there, which is basically what we've got going on here. We've got the people that are against Lex Luthor have utilized the silver banshee to do something, right? The silver banshee, you find out, is actually been reforming and is trying to be a good person now, is actually in love with and seeing Jimmy Olsen, and Jimmy Olsen is in love with her. She's also trying to be a rock band singer and everything like that. It's so nice, but however, the problem is she has been utilized by this group that's trying to get to Lex Luthor, and does some damage. However, the authorities take into account that she was forced. There's a coercion. I still can't say it, guys. I had a couple drinks. I can't even say it. I still can't say it. Whoops. Okay, she was forced to do what she was doing, so they're going to give her extra community service, which apparently she was already doing, without being prompted by, the law. So that's good. So she's going to do okay. The thing is Silver Banshee does the screaming thing, and she screamed, and the problem is Superman's hearing is affected by this, and Superman cannot hear the way he normally does. He was looked over by the Supercorp team that also works with Lex Luthor, and they are like, dude, this is just, you messed up. You're messed up. You didn't mess up, but your hearing is messed up. It's probably going to be messed up for another day. And at the end of the book, we have him just trying to enjoy a concert, one of Silver Banshee's concerts, while Lex Luthor thinks that Superman can still hear him, and Superman, in fact, cannot hear him. And oh my gosh. So Superman can't hear him, guys. And he's sitting there and he's walking around trying to um, figure out why they would use all the people they're using. And we find out why they decided to use Silver Banshee, because the people that are after him corner him in the jail and start fighting him and stab him, and he's laying on the ground and Superman can't hear him. He's talking about like all these things about like not only just talking about like why they choose these people, but he's talking about like, man, I really liked working with you. I should have done it years ago. I should have, you know, you're actually an okay. Talking about how he's thinking Superman is actually an okay guy. Superman can't hear it. He can't fucking hear it. And then he gets attacked, and then Superman can't hear him to come save him. It's so sad. You don't want to feel bad for someone like Lex Luthor, but he's sitting there talking about how he just wants to make the world a better place, and he should have been working with Superman. And that happens, and Superman can't fucking hear him, and it's sad. It's upsetting. Um, it's sad. Superman's gonna be pissed when he finds out. I can tell already. And guys, I don't normally do a cover of the week. That's something other people do. But this next one I picked up when I saw it in FOC. This is the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider #2. This is the Peach Momoko cover. If I ever end up at a con where Peach Momoko is there, I'm bringing this to get it signed. I love skulls. I love dark. I'm wearing black lipstick, for Christ's sakes. But this is gorgeous. Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. And again, Marvel does not put their creative team on their even their non-virgin variants. You guys, you can do that. It's okay. Howard Mackey, Danielle Pichulo, Gira EFX, VC's Travis Lanham, and the cover A is Ben Harvey. But like I said, my cover is Peach Momoko. Danny Ketch is just one of these 3-act kind of stories. It's obviously it's going to be a mini series, but it's one of these little stories where you're just moving along at the pace of a mini series, where there are slow moments, there are fast moments, there are exciting, there are down moments. All in all, I am enjoying the book. It's not something that's going to be hard and fast with the action constantly, but you do have action in the book. All in all, you do end on a cliffhanger. It's nice. It's going to propel you into the next issue. Solid book, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying reading a Ghost Rider book. Moving right along, guys, we've got the Scarlet Witch Annual, and this is the George Perez cover. And again, we do not have anything here to let us know who the creative team is, because it's a variant. I contend that they have trade dress on the variant cover, and it's not a virgin. y'all can put people's names on it. It's okay. You can find a spot and put people's names on it, because then we had to go in here and get our precious George Perez book out and handle it to tell you that Steve Orlando is the writer on this. Carlos Nieto is the artist. Triona Farrell is the color artist, and VC's Corey Pettit is the letterer, and the George Perez Edgar Delgado variant cover, once again without the cover on it, without the plastic. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we have an Agatha Harkness appearance here. Agatha Harkness, of course, has nefarious schemes, but she's also pretending to, I don't know if it's pretending. I think she actually does care about Wanda, but she does have nefarious schemes and is trying to accomplish them with this story. So Scarlet Witch, before this story took place, it has enveloped the whole Darkhold into her, along with a very powerful sorcerer, bad guy, and Agatha Harkness finds a way to get inside of the Scarlet Witch, inside of Wanda, and is carrying out her nefarious scheme. I don't know how else to put it. That's basically what's happening. We have a wonderful, cool, multi-universal fight between Scarlet Witch and Wanda. It's like they're practicing, like it's a little sport for them. But yeah, it was pretty good, pretty solid. Um, it's the way annuals are. Annuals are either separate stories that you could take or leave, or they're building up to something bigger. And this is the contest of chaos that it's building up to. Now, so we'll see where it goes from there. But all in all, I've been enjoying the Scarlet Witch. I've been enjoying the storyline about the door of last resort, and how she wants to help people. I've been enjoying it very much, and this is a nice little build up to probably what might end up being one of my first Marvel events that I'm reading in a long time. So, anyways, guys, next we have Wonder Woman number 800. Various writers, various artists. Writers specifically are only like 3. We have Cloonan, Conrad, and King. We've got art from Martinez, Sampier, Jones, Hamner, Bartel, Robos, Knock, Partridge, Morales, Bonvillain, Maury, and Belair. Cover by Yannick Parquet. It's just your regular cover A. It was lovely. I got that. So we have 2 stories. We have the continuation of whatever happened to the Warrior of Truth. That is Diana. We're continuing from 799, where she's going into different people's. She's in this comatose state, and she's going into different people's dreams and talking to them. It's all a very lovely send off for Cloonan and Conrad, who have been writing Wonder Woman for quite some time, and this is their little send off. This is their swan song, because Tom King is picking it up after Night Terrors in August with 801/1, with the legacy numbering. I did get a little emotional thinking about, like, as somebody, as a creative, and that kind of thing, writing a character that's not yours, but a character you love for a certain amount of time, and having to be like, okay, now we have to say goodbye. And it got a little emotional there with the way that they were doing it, and it was quite beautiful. It was quite beautiful, and um, thank you, Beck Clunan and Conrad, for making Wonder Woman yours and caring about her the way you have. Um, so long, see ya. May the road rise to meet you, because Tom Kane is coming in, and Tom Kane um, follows up with the second tale, the backup in this issue, introducing us to Trinity. Trinity is we've if you keep track of the news articles, Trinity, we are going to end up finding out is we kind of find out in this is Catwoman. I just saw the Catwoman issue I'm about to talk about, and was like, Catwoman's daughter? No. That's Wonder Woman's daughter. Trinity is Wonder Woman's daughter. We do not know who her father is. But it's a little story involving older John Kent and older Damian, who is now Batman, um, taking Trinity on this quest, and Trinity taking them on this quest. Trinity is the thing is about the story is I very much enjoyed the introduction of Trinity. A little things that caught me is she is a smite little more cocky even than her mother. That was kind of like a little bit like how old are you? We don't know what happened before this. And she could have very good reason to be like that, but in this, no. All in all, it was a good little introduction um, to what we're going to be getting with Tom Kane without actually um, giving too much away to what we're going to be getting with Tom Kane. But next, we're going to start. We have 3 comics left, and that means that these are my top comics for the week. So buckle in and let's get to it. Nightwing number 105. Tom Taylor, Redondo, and Lucas. This is that issue that you've been hearing about, where it's going to tell the entire issue through the eyes and point of view of Nightwing. Right on that first page, we get what I was looking for, which was a big old morning, good morning from Haley, little Bitewing. It was so cute. It was so cute. Um, and we are continuing the story. Um, it's a little bit of an adventure where they find out that the Double Dare twins have got something going on, and they go and they talk to them, and her Nightwing and Batgirl, because she happened to be there, um, and they find out that it's a bigger, like, big pharma like story where big pharma is charging too much to save a bunch of people, blah blah blah, that kind of thing, and they've stolen this vaccine to help, um, and they're trying to get away, but one of the twins was taken hostage, and Nightwing and Batgirl decide that they're going to help them. And guys, Heartless was there. Heartless, guys. We didn't have enough time. Thankfully, we didn't have enough time to forget about Heartless. He's back. He's the pharma dude. He's a big pharma dude. And he has his meeting with Nightwing. And yeah. In the end, the twins get away with the vaccine, presumably to go take it to the country that needs it. And all's well that ends well. Very interesting job with the perspective. Um, it was really cool. I actually kind of liked that. That was cool. Next one we're talking about is Catwoman, number 56. We have Howard, 2, Santucci, and Gandini. Um, Selena is back, my friends. She was kind of back in the last issue, but let's really talk about Selena Kyle being back. And Selena is working on trying to make her area, Gotham, a better place to be in, and she's trying to crush the women being trafficked. That's number one. And she was like, you know what? We can all coexist in this world, but um, you're gonna do it without trafficking women. And they take out a couple gangs. She has this whole network of people working with her. And you know what happens is some of Black Mask's people have even started working with her. Um, and so she's like, okay, here's the deal, Black Mask. I didn't actually destroy your mask. If you agree to do what I want you to do and stop this whole trafficking bullshit with these girls, then I will give you your mask back. But you have to operate with no bloodshed in Gotham and not traffic women. And so Black Mask is gonna Black Mask, and she gives him his mask back, and is like, hey, you know what? I took it this easily. I can take it again. If you screw up, I will take it and I will destroy it. Um, so there you go. And then basically it concludes this issue. Um, we're going to be moving on to Night Terrors for a couple months, but basically she's like, okay, I have to go and talk about this all with Batman. And that's basically where it leaves it. Um, Good issue. Dario has this fight with Noah. Dario is, of course, A-OK. I love Dario. I love the Tomcat stuff. So wonderful. Love Tomcat. Love it. Love Dario. I love that Catwoman kind of has a kind of sidekick per se, but not really. But yes, but not really. And it's other than like having like the alley cats from the Strays, not the Alley Cats, Alleytown Strays. That's what she had. The Alleytown Strays. Other than having them, now she's building um, her own little group in Gotham, and it's going well. I enjoy it very much. Um, okay, that leads us to the top book of the week, and guys, should it be any any secret that it's Batman White Knight Presents Generation Joker. I love this universe. Sometimes I wish that this universe could just be the universe. Um, However, Generation Joker, we got this lovely Sean Gordon Murphy cover. Um, and you guys know how I feel about this story. Um, the continuation of what we had before, obviously, with the kids trying to have a little road trip with their father, and of course, their father is their father, the AI version of the intelligent AI version of Jack Napier, and of course Jack Napier is the Joker, and people do not like the Joker. And then you find out that there are some people that very much like the Joker, and the kids end up. So you have the bomb drop that Bryce has been emailing Neo Joker, um, Mary and Drew, um, because he's feeling left out of everything. And when she finds out that the kid is run off, and is run away, that's why she's getting involved. So there's that. Okay. Um, and so her and Harley decide they're going to work together to try to find the kids. And so you've got that storyline. You have the Jack and the kids storyline where the kids get upset. Jackie specifically gets upset with Jack and shuts him off into the phone. And then they get accosted by some um, Joker gang people that are called the Jokerites or something like that. And I forgot to tell you about all the people that worked on this book. I will do that in a moment. I totally forgot that. Um, but then they end up doing this chase with them, and at the end, they convince them that they are the Joker's children, which is true. And so now they're all like, "Our leaders, the Joker's children, yay!" And so they're now somehow leading a gang of Joker people, mostly because they just are trying to like survive here. Um, so okay, yeah. We have Batman Bruce get introduced to Wally West. Unclear of whether he is the Flash at this time, but he's referred to as Agent Wally West. So he's a member of the FBI as well, and he sees things, and he's like, "This is upsetting me." He knocks out Wally West, and he goes off. And it's presumably he's going to go off to try to help find the kids. And you also have Agent Stewart, Agent John Stewart, and Agent Diana Prince working on that case as well, because they're very interested in getting a hold of the Jack Napier AI. And yeah, so a lot of different levels to this whole entire story, a lot of different places this is going, but all tying together rather well. I'm happy with it, obviously. Um, People on this book: Katana Collins, Clay McCormick, Sean Murphy, Merker Andolfa, and Alejandro Sanchez. And like I said, cover by Sean Murphy. I love the Murphyverse. I love it. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Um, just keep it rolling. Yes, indeedy. Keep it rolling. Okay, but anyways, guys, that's it for me. That's all the comics that I read last week, and I hope you enjoyed your comics last week. I hope you saw something that hope you liked my reviews, and so gosh, what do I got coming up? I'm gonna be continuing the Carrie Reads series. So Carrie reads the Golden Age, Carrie reads the Silver Age, Carrie reads the Bronze Age. I'm currently reading a Bronze Age book here and there right now. So I'm not gonna give it away. I'm not gonna give it away because it ties into a series going on right now, and yeah, so I'm not gonna give it away. You're gonna have to wait. Anyways. Oh, golly, guys. Yeah, it is. I did it. I filmed the video before I had to go to work. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining me this week on the week Spoilertastic Weekly Comic Review. My name is Carrie Quinn, and until next time, keep your eyes and ears open. If you see something, say something. Remember, the complacent never make a difference. Like I said, I'm Carrie Quinn, and I'll be seeing ya.